JIT-TV, just in time.
Sanibonani babukela emakhaya and a very warm welcome to JIT-TV News, where we bring you nothing but politics, business, sports and entertainment all in one experience. Igama lami Andile Gugulethu, intombi yakwaCindi uMahlaba. Let's take a look at your headlines for today. Kasukuwera's nomination now nullified. China accused of hacking US government emails. Warriors ready to bring the World Cup home. Now, the High Court has nullified Mr. Serva Kasukuwera's nomination as a presidential candidate in the August 23 harmonized elections. Justice David Mangota barred Mr. Kasukuwera from contesting as a presidential candidate because he violated sections of the Constitution, which stipulated that a candidate must be ordinarily resident in the country for 18 months to qualify to stand as a candidate. The judgment was made following an application by Mr. Lovable Mangwana seeking Mr. Kasukuwera's disqualification as he has not been a resident in the country for that period. The High Court ordered the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission not to include him on the ballot paper.
High Court has declared that the acceptance by the nomination court sitting at Harare of the nomination papers of Mr. Kasukuwera was a breach of the electoral laws and constitution of the Republic of Zimbabwe. The fact being that Mr. Kasukuwera has been out of the jurisdiction for more than 18 months, and by operation of law, one is deemed to have gotten off the voters' roll. And as you would know, one of the qualifications for election to the office of the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe is that one must be a registered voter. And the moment he ceased to be a registered voter by operation of law, he ceased to be qualified to hold the office of the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, or to contend for that office. And so the court made that declaration and additionally interdicted him from holding himself out as a candidate in the forthcoming elections, whether physically or by any form of media whatsoever. And the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission has also been interdicted from having his name on the ballot paper for the 23rd of August 2023.
Now, the government has disbursed $1 billion to ZANU-PF and MDC alliance in terms of the Political Parties Finance Act for the period beginning January 1, 2023 to December 31, 2023. Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Zimbayi made the announcement under General Notice 1153 of 2023 published in the Government Gazette on Friday. The money shall be disbursed to political parties that qualify in terms of the Section 3 of the Act.
JIT-TV, just in time.
Building the brand. This is where you have to be to get where you want to be. Exploring companies and businesses that are thriving and leading is what we are all about. I am Mazimpofu, your host, that will be bringing to you big cooperatives and relevant people that will be sharing with you their journeys of successes, failures, and lessons learned in their businesses. From humble beginnings to global success. Catch me, Mazimpofu, on Building the Brand.
JIT-TV, just in time.
Let's quickly take a look now at the African news for today. Now, police and demonstrators clashed in Kenya on Wednesday as part of a banned opposition protest against the high cost of living and tax hikes. The wave of unrest killed at least 6 people across the country. Many blame authorities for using excessive force against demonstrators, including tear gas. Businessman Odineo Makdimba Bongo says the government have got many empty promises like now fares are up, fuel costs are up, food is costly. It is impossible to even afford a single meal. It shall also reach a time when even educating children shall be a problem. Opposition leader Raila Odinga initiated a string of anti-government rallies this year after losing to William Ruto in presidential elections last August.
We just can't tolerate this. Everything is so expensive. The cost of living is very high. They can't raise taxes. We don't get salary raises. They have no consideration for the poor.
We needed peace. We voted for Ruto thinking we're going to receive peace. But you can see the state went at peace. We are ready for anything.
And now on to the international news for today. Now, China-based hackers have gained access to the email accounts of around 25 organizations, including government agencies, Microsoft says. The software giant has not provided details of where the government agencies are based. However, the UD Department of Commerce has confirmed to the BBC that Microsoft notified it about the attack. Secretary of Commerce Gina Raimondo was among the individuals impacted by the breach, according to the reports. China's embassy in London told the Reuters news agency that the accusation was disinformation and called the US government the world's biggest hacking empire and global cyber thief. Now, the Gold Mafia documentary became televised on the Al Jazeera channel.
Nonsensical documentary, a racist propaganda tool.
They have a right to sell their gold anywhere. In fact, I encourage Mnangagwa, bust the sanctions.
Government of Zimbabwe is incurring no risk, but it receives the tax.
Please wake up to the reality and the real scam that's taking place here.
Nothing but the best interesting stories and the hottest ones on the alternative view.
The revolution shall be televised.
Let's quickly move now to the business side of news for today. Now, tobacco deliveries are 49% ahead of 2022. Tobacco deliveries have reached nearly 287 million kilograms, a 49 increase from the 193 million delivered during the same period last year. Official figures say by day 83, tobacco worth about $869 million had been sold through contract and auction flows, compared to $588 million during the same period last year, according to statistics from the Tobacco Industry and Marketing Board. With production expected at 290 million kg, having been revised 3 times from 230 million kg and 270 million, this year's tobacco production would be the highest ever the country has ever produced. Now, tobacco industry stakeholders say newly proposed smoking laws for South Africa introduce extreme and inappropriate penalties for businesses in the country and will kill thousands of small businesses and the jobs that they provide. The new Tobacco Products and Electronic Delivery Systems Control Bill is currently open for public comment. The bill was tabled before Parliament in mid-December 2022 and has undergone extensive reviews and consultations. The bill effectively outlines new regulations and prohibitions for tobacco smoking and electronic cigarette or vaping.
Welcome to Azambezi River Lodge, Victoria Falls. Nestled on the banks of the mighty Zambezi River, right on the edge of the national park, Azambezi occupies the most unique and finest spot with the tranquility and seclusion every traveler seeks. Each of its well-appointed rooms is either garden or river facing, allowing you to soak in the serenity of the environment. The award-winning restaurant Amlonga offers delectable cuisine, which includes our famous high teas. To explore Victoria Falls from this fine location, book any of our packages now. Azambezi River Lodge. Relax, refresh, replenish.
And now on to your JIT-TV News Weather Focus. And finally, on your sports news for today. Now, Zimbabwe national football team's general manager, Wellington Mpandare, says the Warriors are ready to face any team in the upcoming 2026 World Cup qualifier, whose draw will be conducted today in Cote d'Ivoire. The Warriors are set to be among the 54 nations that go in the hat today for the draw of the continental qualifiers. Mpandare yesterday said there was no question about the team being ready to step onto the big stage again after spending close to 1.5 years in the wilderness because of a FIFA suspension that excluded them from international tournaments like the 2023 AFCON, CHAN and COSAFA Cup. There are also a host of players in the local premiership and in the lower divisions of European football. The Warriors are set to know their next opponents in international football today when the official draw of the FIFA World Cup 2026 African qualifiers is conducted in Cote d'Ivoire. And that is all from me to you. A huge thank you for joining me today. As always, kindly please comment and follow us on all our social media platforms at Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, or rather you can catch us on our website at www.JIT-TVzw. Signing out, it is Andile Kukuletsi Ntombi yakoCindu Mahlaba. Have yourselves an amazing day.
JIT-TV, just in time.
There are not so many places where mice excellence has been achieved. Meeting in Zimbabwe is the best business decision you will ever make. Our adherence to COVID-19 safety protocols is second to none, coupled with the warm and hospitable nature of the people of Zimbabwe. Our conference facilities sit on marvelous backdrops which will offer a splendid experience that will leave a lasting impression on you and your delegates. The magic of Zimbabwe can be felt in every breath, bite and beat. Stadiums and exhibition centers are known for their international appeal and world-class standards. The high-end technology will surely enhance your experience of the exhibition, festival or concert. Motivate your team by treating them to a trip of a lifetime through our crafted itineraries. Should they have love for adrenaline-packed activities or calm and relaxed excursions, the enchantment will last a lifetime of memories. Mingle and engage with locals and enjoy our diverse culture and warm hospitality. Our mice drivers are ready to welcome you to Zimbabwe and exceed your expectations.
The revolution shall be televised. JIT-TV, just in time.